You sent the proposal 3 weeks ago. You called twice, maybe even thrice. You know they opened your email because you got notification, but what? No reply. Then you wait for 3 more weeks and you check your inbox every day to see if there's something that they were asked. Query, question, doubts, but nothing. I am Sunita Pednekar, international business coach, and I work with consulting business owners to set up strategies, team, system so that their business scales up and they have time to do things which they enjoy the most. In this video, I'm going to be sharing proposal strategies that reduces anxiety due to proposal management and ensure you use this strategy to improve your reply rate in your proposals. One of the biggest frustration I hear from consulting business owners is that we spend 3-4 days making 30-40 slide presentation and we don't get any reply. Rejected or accepted. No reply at all. And second frustration I hear very often is that before sending the proposal, every client is in a hurry. But once we send the proposal, they vanish. They are not even available for a call. Another frustration which keeps them worried is that the pipeline looks healthy, but this pending replies gives us stress and also cash flow worries. Let's look at some of the mistakes consultants make with respect to proposal process. Mistake number 1. You send the proposal even before the client is ready. Here is the truth. When customer says, send us the proposal, they are not ready for decision. They're just telling you, we're still exploring. But you responded to their curiosity thinking that they have intent to decide now. These are few situations where you should never send the proposal. The first one, no verbal commitment. When customer says, we are still exploring, go back to your discovery call. Look at all the value if they have understood from your services. If not, wait. Do not send the proposal. Second one, unclear or misaligned budget. If customer do not agree or if they do not have budget to pay as per your fees, then wait. Do not send the proposal unless you get their commitment and they have budget to pay. Third one, missing decision makers. If you do not have all the decision makers in your proposal discussion, then please do not send the proposal. Get them together, discuss the proposal. That's the right way to go ahead. The fourth one, unworkable timelines. If the timeline suggested by client and your commitment, if that does not match, do not send the proposal. It is just a waste of time for you and your client. Fifth one, wrong fit. If your core expertise and the strength does not match with the client's requirement, then stop. Don't send the proposal. Here is a quick fix for all this. You need to ask yourself 3 questions before you send any proposal. Question number 1. What is the process to move forward from here? If you have clarity, great. Question number 2. Who else is involved in the decision or signing of this proposal? And the third, what is the actual decision making timeline? Please have a clarity around that. If your client is not ready to answer any of these 3 questions, do not send the proposal. The first mistake is sending the proposal too early. The second mistake is even more killer. It keeps you stuck between following up or sounding desperate. Mistake number 2. No follow-up date decided. You send the proposal, beautiful, documented, on time. And then you wait 3 days, 1 week, 10 days. You follow up with an email. Just a gentle reminder if you got a chance to review this proposal. But then, no reply. Till you call again and this time you get a voicemail. And now you're in the worst position. Should I call up, follow up again, and sound like a beggar, or just keep quiet and leave that opportunity? So the mistake is you send the proposal before confirming what should be your next follow-up date. And let me tell you how to fix this in one sentence. I shall send the proposal, but before that, let's block 45 minutes to discuss this proposal, to address if you have any question, doubts, so that the proposal gets processed faster. This one sentence does 3 things. The first one, it demonstrates confidence that you are ready to address all the questions regarding your proposal. The second one, it also puts client into position that they read the proposal before your follow-up call. And very important thing, it reduces your sales cycle time from weeks to few days. And even if you lock the follow-up date, the third mistake kills your proposal even before client finishes reading that. Mistake number 3, you assume instead of confirming with the client. You think you understand your client. You have seen the same problem, maybe with a different client, and you don't reconfirm. You just make the proposal based on little information that they have given you, and then you send it. And when client reads this information, they just say one thing: oh, these people do not understand our problems really. Because you have not validated their requirements, they now have a doubt, and that doubt does not get addressed and they become silent. Here is the truth: assumption creates doubts and not confidence. And when people are in doubts, they don't take action, and it means that your proposals never get replied. To fix this is a simple method. In your proposal, have one section where you are addressing all the assumption, client requirement, needs, challenges, whatever they have discussed with you and you have understood. And when client reads this, it gives them confidence that you have really understood that. Also, it gives you an opportunity to clarify misunderstandings if there are any. But here is one mistake which hurts the most to the consultant. Your years of experience, expertise, your reputation, everything gets converted into that one number on the last page of your proposal, that is your pricing. Mistake number 4, you competed on price and not on cost of inaction. Imagine this: you lost the proposal to a company which is half your size, which lesser experience than you, because client said we looked at the most cost effective solution. You had better outcomes, team, suggestions, but you never made them visible. And when both the proposal looked similar, the only differentiation was on the pricing. Let's look at how to fix this. In your conversation, instead of focusing on cost to hire you, look at what is the cost of inaction. If they don't hire you, what is the cost that they will have to pay you today, tomorrow, in the future? Just imagine if the cost that they're paying because they're not solving the problem for their project is almost 40-50 lakhs, and cost of hiring you is, let's say, 20-25 lakhs. If they only hire you, it is not a loss, it is only the recovery cost. And don't just stop there, go one level even deeper. Let me give you one example. Faster delivery does not address just one problem. It improves client satisfaction, addresses team burnout, improves your market position. All think in totality. When all these things are mentioned in your proposal, you are not just a vendor, you're the most logical business partner. Let me give you another method to fix this. Either in your conversation or in your proposal, ensure that you mention your value proposition and differentiation in the first 60 seconds. If your proposal opens with our methodology, our process, our team credential, then your presentation becomes identical. And when two identical presentations are looked at, the only differentiation is pricing. If you don't address these 4 questions in the first 60 seconds, your proposal does not matter to them. To avoid all your anxiety in proposal management, remember one concept: win before you send. Think like this: your proposal is not an argument, it is a verdict. By the time you send the proposal, jury has already decided the verdict. Your client has decided to work with you. The proposal is just a mere method, like jury reading the final verdict out. You walk into a courtroom when the verdict is already yours. Let me go a full circle. You did not become a consultant to spend your 40% of time on follow-up and thinking that you would get the proposal. You started because you want to solve the real problems, look at transformation, and pay attention to the huge outcome. But this proposal management puts an anxiety loop. Send, follow-up, wait, being pushy. Everything needs to end today. The first one: never send proposal before client says Yes, ensure to lock the follow up date before you send the proposal to them. Confirm assumption, needs, desired, everything before you send the proposal to a client. Make the cost of inaction more visible than your fees. And lastly, make your differentiation visible in the first 60 seconds. These 5 fixes should avoid your follow up. In fact, there is no need to follow up thereafter. Best proposal does not require chasing. They are closed even before the silence begins. And I am Sunita Pidnekar, and follow me for more practical scaling up strategies.